Peace, Nevahmind here, the one and only. Today I'm launching my site slash blog, Nevahmind.com, and to launch it off properly, I'm gonna be doing this Q&A video with fan submitted questions. So I'll be answering them. It's like 10 questions. So without further ado, let's get into it. The question is that my lab setup and preferred software and equipment. I use Reason 3 to make beats with, and on a Mac Apple computer, a G4, old one, but still does the job. And then I use Logic 8 Pro for mixing and Peak Pro 5 for mastering. And also because the economy is a bitch right now. I don't have any monitors, but I do have headphone monitors, and you know, and so that's basically my setup, the things that I use to make beats with, basically, and also mix the tracks when they're done and master them and stuff. And yeah, that's answer to that question basically. The next question is, when digging for samples, do you dip into the digital or would you rather sample from vinyl, and why? I only sample digital music. That's because it's so much quicker. And the down part of that is, of course, the samples need to be worked on more because, when you have digital sound, it sounds kind of, especially the old samples, old recordings that I'm sampling from, they sound what can I call it? Like, the they tend to be distorted or too much bassy and noisy. So there is a lot of tweaking going on there, and opposed to like sampling from vinyl, where you have a good original song because it's not like it's not a digital re-release; it's an original recording, and that's why I use digital. Like, yeah, that's the only thing I do when I sample. Only digital recordings, and but of course, I would love to be able to have a full setup of the old school way, so to speak, of doing it. Basically, like have a MPC and a vinyl player and a mixer, just to see how that works. And I'm very sure that I will be doing that in the future, just to go to the past and see how people used to do it. And like for instance, my favorite producer, Marco Polo, or DJ Premier or Pete Rock, and even now Ninth Wonder, they use the old formula, with the NPCs and the vinyls and shit like that. So yeah, that answers that question. I'm just reading the questions here as I have them. What inspires me and drives me to make such diverse and kick-ass beats? One person asks. uh, it's kind of a cliche, but life inspires me very much. If I'm feeling pissed off, naturally I'm gonna make a like aggressive beat. And most of the time, when I am pissed off, the beats that I make, I'm pissed off, so I don't have time to think about the details. So I try to stay away from making beats when I'm pissed off and shit. But when I'm motivated and I feel good and shit is moving like it's supposed to, then I make the best beats. And at nighttime is of course my like it's a low period of time, and then I tend to make those darker beats, more down tempo, and you know shit like that. Uh, so and also samples, they dictate the way the beat is gonna go, what kind of vibe it's gonna be, what kind of it's gonna be like total different from the beat I made last night or yesterday or the beat I'm gonna make tomorrow. It might be that I'm looking for like an epic sample with like a huge fucking something like that, and I just can't fucking find it. And I maybe find a like a cool like a storytell sample for a storytell beat or something. But if I really don't feel like making a like a storytell beat, for an example, then I just save that shit and I move forward and try to find the shit that I'm in the mood making, basically. And yeah, next question is, let's see here. if I could choose any MC to destroy one of my beats, which one would it be and why? Well, for the most part, MCs choose which beats they want to spit on. Basically, I can't like if I have a beat and I think, oh, this beat would be perfect for whoever, and I just send it to them and they be like, ah, it's a dope beat, but I don't feel it. It doesn't give me anything. So I just usually just make a beat and send it to one person. If that person doesn't like it, I send it to the next one, and usually those beats get picked. So hmm, if I could choose, I would love to work with Capadonna. I know it's kind of a stretch maybe and whatever, but still I think Kappa is a fucking dope MC and fucking inspiration. And also I am working with Beast, and of course I'm working Immortal Technique, Reef the Law, Sixth Sense, Presto, NBS, Natural Born Spitters. That's the people that I would like to work with too. So yeah, that answers that question. That would be the my choice of MCs. Whoever, as long as an MC is dope, on the same level as my productions, I'm down with working with everybody who's talented basically and who's dope. You know. So let's go to the next question. Question number 5. How would you describe your music style of production? How would I describe it? It's top notch, beats basically. It's it's hardcore. I hate putting labels on stuff because as soon as you say, "Hey, yeah, I'm boom bap," some people take it as, "Oh, he makes beats that sound like the '90s." '90s was my favorite era of beats, but I don't see myself falling into that category of making like boom bap per se being like the '90s sound. I make beats that I think are dope. That's basically what I do. That's my style of production. I make dope beats that people love to spit on, and so I would describe my music style as dope. There you go. Next question. Being from Sweden, how have you been able to transcend as an international artist, most notably working with established American artists? Well, that's all thanks to the internet, basically. When you connect with, like, if you want to work with an MC, if you're a producer, or if you're a MC and work with a producer, you just scour the fucking internet until you find somebody who you think is cool. Send him an email. You know, 70% of the time you will get an answer back. That's basically how I did it. I just sent a fucking email to an MC that I think is I would love to work with, and you know they can do check my references and who I've been working before and check out my music, and basically they jump on and we make music. So the internet is the answer to that question. Also, if when you connect with one guy, usually they recommend it to somebody else, and that gets the snowball effect. One gets the another one, and another one gets another one, and so on and so on. So that's all thanks to the internet. Next question is, how or why did Nevermind get started, and where and how did you link up with Beast? Well, I don't know what you with that question. I don't know what you mean by linking up with Beast, but how I got in contact with him was when what the fuck was it? I saw a post on Immortal Technique's unofficial forum, immortaltechnique.co.uk, I think it is, and I saw somebody, I don't know who it was, posted something about him, and I checked it out, and I thought this guy is fucking awesome. So when I was with Conspiracy of Mind, we basically just sent him an email asking if he would like to be down, and we made tracks, and me and him been we've been cool since then, since what is it, a year now. So I started the first part of the question, how and why did Nevermind get started. I started basically what the fuck was the year, 94, 95, I can't even remember right now. There was this guy in my high school that asked me if I knew how to make beats because I played in a rock band, metal band. And I said, no, I've never done that before, but it's music. I love music, so I'll try to see if I can do something. So my music teacher showed me this software called Cubase. That was like the first Cubase version. It was not even version 1. It was like Cubase, just as a Cubase, nothing more than that. So he showed me how it worked, and he gave me the key to the music hall. So basically, I was cooped up in there every day and figuring out how the fuck this is working with like this thick fucking manual book, trying to get everything sorted out, and you know, just fucking with it and fucking with it until I figured out how to do it. So that's basically how I started. Why I started? Because I thought it was a cool project. I was like, let me see if I can fuck with this hip hop thing because metal and hip hop back in the days like 90s, 94, 95, it was like, oh, you can't like hip hop and metal at the same time. But now it's a beautiful thing because it's totally interconnected and it's totally okay now to like hip hop and metal at the same time. I don't care. Music is music. I like fucking almost every music except for that Euro techno disco shit and that American fucking fag, Justin Bieber, fucking whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's I think that. Uh, Next question is there anyone else you like to see yourself working with in the new year, like KRS-One? I would fucking love to have like, dude, I don't even have to make like one song with KRS. I would, 4 bars, 8 bars, just to hear KRS voice on my shit. But I don't think that's actually impossible for the next year. I think that's very possible that it's gonna happen. I don't have any details because it is a rough idea, and I'm trying to see how I can work that out. But I think I'll manage. Actually, we'll see. You never know. It's gonna be a long year as every year is. So that's KRS. Regarding KRS-One, yes, that's the. I would of course love to see myself work with him. Anyone else I'd like to see? I would love to do a song with Six Sense. I would love to do a song with MBS. I would love to do a song with RA, of course. I'll reach out to RA soon enough. Uh, who the fuck more? I don't know actually. Everybody who would love to work with me, just fucking email me, man, and we'll chop it out from there. You know. Next question here is, what sort of music do you prefer to sample from? Ah, that's a tricky question that's going to require a tricky answer. As you guys maybe know or don't know, producers never give out, where they get their samples from. So if I can say that I like old music. I never go past the 80s. I would never sample something from like 90s and upwards. That's you have to clear fucking samples, and I'm not clearing any fucking samples, man. There is no money for that shit. I try to fucking steal everything and not clear anything. So, what sort of music? Everything that catches my ear. It can be a jazz record. It can be a psychedelic, you know, rock fusion shit from the '60s. It can be classical music, of course. I'm big on the classicals, and it can be heavy metal. It can be punk, spoken word, poetry, what have you. As long as it catches your ear and you find a fragment in there that's sticking out and workable, you know, fucking chop it up and see what happens. So that's the Q&A for you. So I'm not gonna be rambling like everybody else at the end of the video. Shout out to this one, shout out to that one, blah blah blah. No, thank God, whatever. And also soon enough, I will have an announcement very soon, probably at the end of this year. That means in a couple of days, maybe 5, 6 days from now. We'll see. I'm not sure. I am sure. I'm just not sure of the actual date, but it's going to be a good move for me to do. And that's basically it. So check out the new blog site, Nevahmind.com, and thank you for tuning in and checking it out. And I will see you guys soon. Nevahmind signing off. Peace.